So I think one of the trickiest things about being a writer is figuring out how you start your stories. And it's not page one. It's long before you try and do that "it was a dark and stormy night" opening line. It's figuring out what the story even's going to be. For me, I've tried a few different things in some of the books I've written. Some have worked better than others. In my debut novel, Lu Fa Shan and the Treasure of the Golden Lotus, I knew I wanted a treasure hunt story. Initially, the characters I was using just weren't right for the plot, so I had to scrap those and come up with new characters. So I sat down and I really focused on the idea of what kind of character would go after the treasure, and then what kind of character would want to stop them from going after the treasure. And coming up with that protagonist and antagonist idea really solidified the story and helped it drive forward very well. And I think for me at least, that's the best way to do it. Kind of come up with at least one character and what they want, whether they're the antagonist or the protagonist, and then come up with a character that would want the opposite of that. Conflict ensues from the fact that they both want something that is mutually exclusive. So only one of them can get it, and you have to resolve that. And it works out fairly well for me most of the time, but it might not work out for you. So you've really got to sit down and figure out what it is that makes the story come alive. Because if you're slogging through a book trying to write it and it's coming a couple of words at a time, sometimes it's like that. But sometimes there's just something that's not quite working in the way you are approaching the story. And figuring out how to approach the story is going to be the best thing for you.